Right, okay, here we are. Welcome to Shulchan Aruch with David. Come on, I want to get your haskama. David, not only my friend with Daf Yomi, he's also Shulchan Aruch Yomi, and today he has guided me in the right direction. He has helped me. I made the direction. He has guided me. This will be coming up in the next year on Tzitzis. We're doing Siman Zion, but we're going to do Siman Ches a little later. Siman Ches, we're going to talk about, do you have to wear your Tzitzis outside, right? It's prevalent among the Haredi world to wear them outside. But David has brought me more proofs to what I have found, that actually a mitzvah to put them inside. The tcheles should be outside. The actual white string should be inside. Now we don't have tcheles. There's no reason to wear them at all outside. The tzaka should be inside. We have proof after proof after proof. David even tried to bring a proof against me, and it ended up being a proof for me. So David, thank God for that. He brought two proofs to me. This is amazing, and we're going to get to it in Siman Ches, but first we have to do Siman Zion, a little behind. Let's get to Siman Zion. There's a mitzvah to say Asher Yatzar. It's brought from Gemara in Brachos. The Gemara says when you go out of the base Hakisei, when you come to the base Hakisei, assume stomach, you went to the bathroom, you have to say Asher Yatzar. So Halacha Aleph, Kol Yom K'shos Rakav. Bank time and bank dol mevarach asher yatzar. You make the barach asher yatzar below al netilas yadayim, but you don't say al netilas yadayim. Afim ratzel lilmod ol ispal miyad. Even if you want to learn or daven right away. This is interesting that the Shulchan Aruch says even if you want to learn right away, because the Torah makes it very clear that most poskim hold that even if your hands are dirty, based on the Rush says that we usually make al netilas yadayim in the morning, is because at night your hands become dirty, they touch your body, the naked parts of your body, and therefore you have to wash them because you're now going to go learn Torah or Tefillah. They make from Gemara in Brachos on Daf Ted Vav. Rotza l'kabel omal chus shemayim shleima sheyafana. You should go to the bathroom. V'yital yadov niach tefillin yikar kriya shema v'yispala. When he does all those things, then he says, and it talks about he should wash his hands. One of the things, he doesn't have to wash anything that cleanses his hands should be okay with the Eved. But they bring, the Rosh says, that's the Makor. Your hands are dirty. You have to tell Yadayim. Now, I proved in Siman Vav, we were talking about two different things. The Gemara and Daf Samach on Beis and Brachos clearly states Al Yadayim has nothing to do with this. It's talking about Berachos HaShpar, Berachos HaShachar. It's talking about nothing to do with Tefillah. But even according to those who said, the Rosh who said it's talking about the preparation for Tefillah, so therefore he says, whether you're going to daven Mincha or you daven Marav, you have to make al netilas yadayim. When you go to the bathroom before, they should make asher yatzar and netilas yadayim. The Rosh passes is that way for sure by mincha and marav. But the Shulchan Aruch doesn't say like that. There is a minhag among Klal Yisrael to wash our hands before tefillah. It's probably related to that, based on this Gemara on Daf Ted Vav in Brachos, that if you want to go say kriya, it says kriya shema in tefillah, so maybe only by marav. Some of the Gemara only means by shach. You put it on tefillah, you don't put it on tefillah at night, so the tefillah, it must be only talking about in the morning. So really, the Gemara is really talking about the morning. Hard to understand why you'd wash your hands for tefillah at night. Certainly wouldn't make a bracha. And also, again, that Gemara is a milas chasidus. Harotza l'kabel omal chol shemayim shleim doesn't say you have to do that. So anyway, the Shulchan Aruch paskins based on the simplicity of that Gemara, that you don't have to do it, and you shouldn't be making a bracha this time. The Ramah says Haga hayudav meluchlachos sheshifef bahen afilu hachi einavarach l'telas yadayim. The Rosh says it's only talking about, like the Gemara says, nifna. You go to the bathroom, you go from behind, you do soa, right, excrement. So then you have to wipe yourself. That makes your hands dirty. But if you just urinate, that wouldn't make yourself dirty unless some of the urine fell on your shoes, in which case it's a mitzvah, a shafshef. You have to wipe off your shoes. Some you're going to touch your shoes, which are make your hands dirty, because people shouldn't think that you're children of mamzerim. We explained because if you're a cross shafcha, if you can't, the zera is not yorek gechetz, semen doesn't come out, shoot out like an arrow. Some of your urine also is like that. People are going to think that you can't have children, so children are zerim. So the Ramah says, even in that case, which the Rosh says it has to be that case, it has to be like you went to the bathroom and your hands for sure became dirty. So the Ramah says, even in that case, you wouldn't wash your hands. You wouldn't say netilas yadayim. Question is, will you have to wash your hands or not? Not even. I'll have to discuss that more. Let's say you urinated and you didn't rub your shoes. There was no urine on your shoes. Again, there's no reason to even wash your hands. You don't even have to wash your hands. There is maybe Nikias, I guess he means hygiene, Mishum Hikon, you want to prepare for saying you want, there's a Gemara on Shabbos and Daf Yud that says when you want to dive into Hashem, you're supposed to dress in your best and your finest. Prepare yourself to greet HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's like greeting a king. So maybe there's a reason to wash your hands, just prepare yourself to meet a king. That would be before Tefillah or Nikias, like we said in Siman Vav. The idea behind Netilas Yadayim is hygiene, personal hygiene, to have clean hands. Hygiene is not just removing dirt. Hygiene is making yourself smell good, making yourself attractive to other people. That's part of hygiene. Hygiene. If you want to say hi to people, that's the gene. The gene is take care of yourself. You like that? That's the truth. All right. Gimel hitel mayim isiach daito mlahatel mayim. You urinated and then you forgot about urinating. And then I guess you didn't have the urge to do it. And then you went to the bathroom again. Shulchan Aruch paskins that you have to make it up. Just like tashlumin for tefillah, you get a tashlumin for Asher Yotzar. We paskin, the Mishnah Berurah says you don't do that. The Mishnah Berurah says even if you have an urge to go to the bathroom, if you remember, anytime you remember you have to go to the bathroom, as long as you don't have an urge to go to the bathroom again, you can make Asher Yotzar. There's no time limit. But when the urge arises and you realize you haven't made Asher Yotzar previously, you lost that ability to make Asher Yotzar. And when you go to the bathroom a second time, you only make one Asher Yotzar. This is the psak of the Mishnah Berurah. Dalet ein shir lahashtin mayim. When it talks about obligating yourself in the bracha, there's no shear, meaning even if you one drop, even when one drop of urine comes out, it's enough to make a bracha. Why is that relevant? It's one of the words in Asher Yotzar. If your urethra was closed off and no urine was able to pass through, so it would be hard for you to live like that. It's very painful to live when you can't go to the bathroom. You have to give Hodah, you have to give thanks to Hashem, Asher Yotzar. Stay tuned for Iyun of the Shulchan Aruch. We'll discuss more of what we were discussing before, this chiyuv of Netilas Yadayim before Tefillah. Stay tuned. Coming up now.